Hi everyone, welcome back to another lunation video here with me. My name is Natalie. In this video we are going to talk about this upcoming new moon in Libra happening 2022 September 25th 5:55 p.m. Eastern Time, or Hong Kong September 26th 5:55 a.m. Hong Kong time. So this video will be divided into 3 parts. First part of this video, we are going to talk about the astrology of this new moon, what's happening up in the sky, what is the energy of this new moon is like, what aspect is happening up in the sky, so that we can understand and know how to tune into this energy and use this energy in any area that's happening in our life. Second part of this video, we are going to do a guided meditation together to tune into this new moon energy for all of us. Lastly, third part of this video, we are going to do a all signs reading. So in that part, feel free to watch for your sun, your moon, your rising sign for more information. Or you can just watch whatever sign you want. So all the timestamps of everything is in the description box below. My information, my Instagram, email is also in the description box below. If you want to schedule a private reading, tarot reading, astrology natal chart, or what every transit is happening in your house and what does that mean, or if you want to schedule an Akashic record reading or Reiki healing session, those are the offerings that I have as well. Feel free to email me, send me a message on IG, and we'll connect over there. So let's begin. Let's talk about this new moon. When I just look at the time of this new moon, I'm already in love and in awe of it. 5:55. So it's happening 5:55 a.m. Hong Kong time on the 26th, or 5:55 p.m. Eastern time on the 25th. So adjust your time according to where you are in the world. But 5:55, whoa, I love this number. 5 signifies and changes, making choices, pursuing opportunities. It means that something might happen in our life, or there might be choices, changes happening for us, or we're pursuing them during this time. Right on with this cardinal air sign, initiating a new season for us, bringing in and initiating changes for us as well. So this is also about adventures and freedom, time to be curious and ponder on all these for yourself during this time. And so you can take a look and see, perhaps this new moon in Libra is going to start something for you, or you are going to begin something for yourself during this time. You can also, of course, check out what house does Libra rule in your own natal chart. This new moon is bringing energy to renew, to re-energize this house of yours. Perhaps you might even begin a new cycle for yourself regarding matters to this house. So feel free to check in that for yourself, and if you want, we can always schedule a meeting as well. This new moon in Libra is happening with the sun and the moon at 2 degrees in Libra. Libra rules social, political justice, equality, fairness, also talks about harmony and balance within the way we communicate with people, we relate to people. It talks about relationships as well, all kinds of relationships. So perhaps, and it talks about also beauty and finance, money as well. So perhaps you can see something beginning for you in those areas as well, or perhaps it is kicking off a new cycle, or it is renewing those themes for you as well. So let's talk about the aspect that this new moon is making during this time. this new moon is having an opposition with Jupiter in Aries. And this energy, if you watch my previous video, I've mentioned it in a similar way, because so let's talk about Jupiter in Aries first. Jupiter has been in Aries since May this year. Jupiter right now is retrograding, and it will retrograde back in Pisces for a little bit during October, November, and it will station direct in Pisces, and it will re-enter Aries again later at the end of this year. If I remember correctly right now on top of my head, it is probably December 20th, but don't quote me on that. And Jupiter in Aries is this energy of being your authentic self, right? Owning your light, owning your truth, knowing what is true to you, what matters to you, and not being afraid to speak about it. This is also about your beliefs, because Jupiter do rules beliefs, religious, and belief system structure, so on and so forth. So this is about you also knowing what is true to you, standing in your ground about what you believe in that is true to you and what is right for you, and owning that, being fearless and courageous to stand for what you believe that is true, your sovereignty, right? And this is you just, really embracing that fire within you and being your most authentic self. And this is our lesson for all of us collectively since May, when Jupiter entered Aries. And we have this opposition with Jupiter in Aries a little earlier. Mercury in Libra opposed Jupiter in Aries, and in fact they are going to oppose each other 3 times because Mercury retrograde. So it already have this aspect for 2 times, and it's going to happen again later on when Mercury goes direct, re-enter Libra, and then it will have another opposition with Jupiter in Aries. And this time the moon and the sun is having this opposition with Jupiter in Aries. And later on, when we have 2 weeks later, when we have that full moon in Aries, which is a very dynamic one, by the way, we will see this aspect happening again. So what does that mean? So I just told you what Jupiter in Aries about already. So this is a polar, not polar, but we're seeing a polarity here in energies. That is what Jupiter in Aries is about. But Libra is all about finding the balance, finding the harmony. How can we balance energy? How can we create a more harmonious and more balanced relationship with everybody around us, right? So this is the push and pull that's happening when we have this opposition, and this is what we're trying to work perhaps within our life. How can we be ourselves yet not letting our fire burn over all the relationships that we have with others, right? So how can others do the same as well, right? So how do we do that? And if you think about it, in the real world, realistically speaking, all the relationship, I'm talking about romantic, family dynamics, friendship, relationship in your work with your colleague, your boss, so on and so forth, any human relationship, if you want to think about it, it's never 50-50. The scale is never really balanced, right? The scale is always moving. We're just trying the best we can and the way we know how to try to create this balance within ourselves, with others, right? So this opposition is all this is all about. How can we stand true to what we believe in, what we think is right, what is true to us, what we truly want and need, being ourselves, but while doing that, but also maintain a balanced harmonious relationship with people we relate to? Are we giving a lot and not receiving enough, or vice versa? Are we always taking and not giving? So this is a question to ponder and think about within all your relationships dynamics during this new moon. Perhaps if you are a people pleaser, overgiver, you want to readjust the way you relate to people, right? And perhaps vice versa. And know that it's not always the same. Sometimes a friend really needs you and you need to give a little bit more. And sometimes the scale will switch. You might be the one who's needing more from your friend and your friend will be giving a bit more. So you can see how this energy plays out in different relationships in your life and see where you need to do those adjustments. Is it time to stand firm and stand your ground and be like, no more, this person, this relationship no longer resonate, it doesn't deserve my attention anymore, it doesn't deserve me putting in effort anymore, time to cut cord, or time to talk about it, or time to repair it, depending where you are in this relationship and how you want to deal with it, right? But this is how this energy plays out for us during this new moon. Now we want to see the ruler of this new moon. What is it doing, right? So the ruler of this new moon in Libra is Venus. Venus rules Libra. What is she doing? Well, right now Venus is in Virgo, and Venus is having a conjunction with Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde back to Virgo about 2 days ago, right when we have that fall equinox. And right now Mercury and Venus are conjuncting each other, and at the same time they're both having a trine with Pluto that is retrograding in Capricorn. So this energy can be a problem-solving energy for us, and this is a energy that can help us that can support us and help us to transform something in our relationships. Just like what I talked about just now with that opposition with Jupiter and Aries. So this energy comes in, help you and support you to transform, communicate, repair, mend, or to cut ties with anything that you want to transform with the relationships that you have in your life. These two aspects is quite beautifully and supportive to each other. So this new moon in Libra is bringing in insights for us regarding to the relationships we have with others, and we're being invited to look at our relationships, right? What works, what doesn't work, what's right for you, what's not right for you. Are you giving a little bit too much, too little, and how's the other person doing all of these as well? And we're also being invited to look within, right? What kind of a friend you are, what kind of a lover you are, what kind of a family member, colleagues, boss, or whatever role you have in your life, right? How are you performing those roles, right? How are you doing? Is there anything you want to that you need to adjust? How are you communicating, right? How are you relating to all these different relationships? We might be assessing what we want to do differently, or what changes we want to make as well. For all pretty good, but just a little reminder, Mercury is retrograding in Virgo, and at the same time Mercury is having this opposition with Neptune in Pisces, and they will be holding this opposition energy for the next couple of weeks. So this energy is a little bit hard to work with because this is not as supportive as we want, right? Mercury is retrograding, so maybe perhaps whatever you want to communicate, whatever you want to talk about, to mend, repair, like what I just mentioned before, can be a bit challenging, right? Sometimes perhaps you discover something, you discover an answer, you had a revelation, you know what to do, you know the direction, and suddenly by knowing that, it creates more question for you. It's like, wait, hold on, what about this? What about that? Let's dive deeper, let's dig in a little bit more to excavate, to look into the issue a little bit more, right? And we have that Neptune opposite. So Neptune in Pisces can be a little bit blurry, right? It can be a little bit hard when it comes to boundaries, right? What is too much? What is too little? We might be thinking about that, right? When we communicate, or am I being too harsh, or am I not being strong enough in standing my ground, right? So these can be coming up as well as we're doing all this thinking and communicating that I just mentioned before, with those two energies that's playing out. And also Venus is having an opposition with Neptune as well. So this is really a push and pull energy here. We're definitely seeing a polarity with energies again right here, right? So there's nothing wrong in seeing potential in a person, something, a situation, an idea, and sometimes we do really need that push to take a leap of faith, to be brave a little bit, fearless a little bit, to just give it a try. Otherwise we'll be regret, we'll just be thinking all the what ifs, we'll be like, oh damn, I missed that, I should have done that, blah 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 blah, right? But then sometimes when that energy overpower, it can be you over idealizing something, over fantasizing a situation, idea, or a person, or a relationship, and it might lead to you not really looking at the red flags that is waving at you, right? So here is the tricky part. While you are diving in, maybe doing all this rethinking, reassessing all the relationships that are in your life, just be mindful with this energy as well. So you are managing your expectation. Maybe perhaps in some areas, relationship situation, you need to be brave. You need to take a leap of faith and just dive in and just make that choice and see where it leads you. Perhaps it's the best thing that ever happened. Perhaps it will bring in a good surprise. It will create the best relationship you've ever had, experience you've ever had. But perhaps if you're overlooking those red flags, not communicating clearly, especially with Mercury retrograde, it might lead to heartbreaks, it might lead to problems coming up. But either way, perhaps this is a learning experience that we're all trying to embody during this time as well. And of course, those energy that I mentioned above can also play out in not just relationships, but also finance, beauty as well. Perhaps you're looking at your money matters, how you invest, how you manage your finance and your money, and you're doing adjustment in that. Perhaps this is the beauty. Maybe perhaps you're thinking about changing a whole beauty skincare routine that you have. So you might be adjusting that as well. What works, what doesn't work, what no longer serve you, so on and so forth. Maybe this is some beauty procedure you're thinking about. Maybe this is a wardrobe change. Maybe this is about beautifying your living environment, your home, as we kickstart a new season as well. So you're really thinking about all these during this new moon at this time. And I will say that I would love this new moon to be us maybe using those energy, like I said, to really reassess everything, right? Especially when it comes to the relationships we have and so on and so forth, like I just mentioned. And until October 2nd, we have 6 planets in retrograde. So this is really the time to go inward and do all the RE words, right? Revisit, rethink, reconcile, reevaluate, so on and so forth. Take that time. Do not rush, even though sometimes we say, oh, it's a cardinal air sign, we're initiating something, as a new moon, it's like go, go, go. But I say, don't go just yet. Definitely embrace this energy to help you to see what you want to do, what you want to communicate, what you want to change, what you need to adjust, and just sit on them, let them marinate a little bit, and use the next couple of weeks to just really play it around in your mind first. And later in October, you can really start pushing forward and start implementing those changes, ideas, communication that you want to initiate and go for it, right? So this is the astrology of this new moon. I hope it's helpful. Feel free to comment below and let me know. And I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hi everyone. Welcome to the second part of this video, where I'll be doing a guided meditation with you, tuning in this new moon energy. So if you're driving, please pause. You can always come back to this meditation whenever you're ready or whenever you feel like you need it. It doesn't have to be just for this new moon. So take a moment, press pause so that you can go find a place where you can be quiet, be by yourself for the next 10 minutes or so. Feel free to sit down, be in a seated position, or lay down, whatever feels most comfortable to you. And if you want, please grab blankets, pillows that you want. And if you want to, you feel called to, grab any crystals that you would like to use during this meditation. So now that you are ready, I invite you, whether you are sitting down or laying down, to close your eyes, to relax. Start to bring your awareness back into your body and your breathing. Slowly relax the muscle between your eyebrow and clench your jaw. Relax your shoulder. Just let your hands drop beside you or on your lap. Sink in a little bit deeper where you're sitting or laying down. And now together, let's take 3 deep breaths together. We're going to use our nose to breathe in and our mouth to breathe out. Breathing in this fresh air into your body, feeling your tummy expanding, and sigh it all out. There's nowhere to be, there's no need to rush, just relax. Another deep breath into your nose, feeling the fresh air coming down to your belly, expanding your rib cage, your heart, energizing your cells. And through your mouth, sigh it all out. One last deep breath, make it the biggest. Breathing in, expanding your belly, your lungs, your heart space, energizing your cells, renewing, re-energizing your cells with this fresh air from this new moon. And sigh it all out through your mouth. Feeling relaxed. Continue to breathe in your own pace, keeping your eyes closed. And now invite you to join me. Sink down into your heart space. There's a door to enter your heart space. Through that door, you're stepping into a beautiful field with your bare foot, feeling the grass beneath you, feeling that warm sun shining on you. It's a beautiful day. Enjoying this beautiful sunny warm weather. There's also a light autumn breeze coming in. It's not hot, but you can still feel the warmth from the sun. And yet you can feel that light, crisp air, that autumn breeze flowing around as well. The temperature is just right. You're feeling relaxed, enjoying this beautiful scenery. From a distance, you see something calling you. Walking closer and closer. Finally, you see what that is in front of you. There's a scale in front of you. A beautiful golden scale. This scale holds all the relationships that you have in life, the way you relate to people, your partner, lover, family members, friends, people you work with, simply anyone you relate in life. And now you see all these external relationships that you have lining up right beside the scale. Take a moment and see when each relationship, each person you relate to, stepping on the scale, which side of the scale are they on? Are they on the giving side, or are they on the receiving side? So if they are the one who's giving in the relationship, they will be on the giving side. And if you are giving to that person in this relationship, they will be on the receiving side. Take a moment and see, where do they stand when they step on the scale? Your partner, family members, your friends, people you work with, people you relate to. As you do this, you will begin to see the scale wobbling a little bit heavier on the giving, a little bit heavier on the receiving side. In our life, we try to balance the scale, but I'm sure by now you know the scale is almost never in balance. There are relationships that you'll be giving more and receiving less. And there are relationships where you'll be able to receive more. But it doesn't always have to be that way. This new moon is inviting you to take a look at this scale. If there are any relationships that is always on the giving side, take a note of that. And if they are always on the receiving side, take a note of that as well. Know that in the relationships that you tend to always be the one that's giving and giving and giving. Know that there are times you might need to set some boundaries. Make sure you're also receiving from them, and vice versa. Yes, there's time when you need to give a little more when the other person is in need. Make sure they also are there for you when you need them. You do not owe anything to anyone or feel obligated to be giving all the time to any relationship in your life. The most important thing by weighing your relationships is know that while it is hard to maintain this balance, because in real life the scale is always tipping a little bit more or less on one side, but also knowing that you can always try to balance it out, not letting it scale all the way down to one side or the other. To take note when the scale is way out of balance. And know that you always have the answers within you when you come back to the scale in your heart space to reassess all the relationships in your life. Take note, take comfort that you are the one who has all the power in controlling all these relationships in your life. And always remember that this is your scale. These are your relationships. You are the one who get to decide who stays and goes in your life, who is giving a lot, receiving a little, or vice versa, and who is worth giving and receiving your love as well. Take a moment now to also give thanks and be in gratitude for all the relationships that you have in life, that you can count on, that give to you. Feeling the love, care that you receive from those relationships. And also know that while you have all these relationships that you have in life, the most important relationship is always the one with yourself. When you love yourself, when you embrace yourself fully, maintaining this healthy relationship with yourself, you will also be able to embrace and love others as well. Start coming back into your body, stepping out of your heart space through the door, bringing your awareness back into your body and your breathing. You can put your hand over your head and do a stretch. Feel your fingers and toes, wiggle them. And when you're ready, feel free to open your eyes. I hope that you enjoyed this meditation. Feel free to drop me a comment below. And always remember, you can come back to this meditation whenever you feel need to. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to the third part of this video where I'll be doing a collective general reading for all 12 signs. So I'll draw cards and see what is the message for each zodiac sign. What is this new moon in Libra bringing in for all of us? So feel free, all the timestamps are below. Watch for your sun, your moon, your rising sign. If you want a more complete, well-rounded message, but feel free to just watch any sign you want. So I'll meet you at your sign. Let's begin. Hello Libra, this is your new moon, all about you. So if you are watching this as a Libra rising, this new moon is happening in your first house, which is about yourself, your appearance, the energy that you exude out, you show up into the world to others. So this is about you. Let's see what is your new moon message. Hey Libras, let's look at your message. Oh my God, Libras, your cards are so beautiful, and I can't help but just think of the astrology, and it's just so right on point with the cards. So let's look at it. The first card you have, the Hierophant, and then we have Ace of Voice, your card by the way, air energy, and we have the Temperance, two major arcana coming out for you. Perhaps for some Libra, this is really something big happening, life-changing choices or decision, major turning point breakthrough, so on and so forth. So I feel like Libra, and it's really right on point, right? Especially if you're Libra rising, but all Libras in general, right? So this is about you owning your truth, being true to yourself, right? What do you want? What do you desire? What belief do you have? What is true to you? What do you think is right? And know that, yes, of course, we don't want to constantly be in conflict, create tensions with people around us and relationships that we have in our life. But do we overcompensate our own truth and let others shine and be in the shadow and not say a thing? No, right? There needs to be a balance. There needs to be a time where you need to speak your truth and be honest, right? So for some, this is about your belief system. Maybe this is about a broader point of view, right? This is about your religion, or what do you believe that is true to you? Your spiritual beliefs, your philosophy, or just in general, what is true to you? Perhaps you will come into this kind of topics when you're chatting with friends, family, colleagues, lover, or so on and so forth. And don't just go along like, yeah. There are times when, yeah, of course, keep the peace. You don't want to stir the pot all the time, right? But there's also a time where you need to put your voice out there, especially if people are stepping on your toes, right? You need to stand up for yourself and voice your opinion and truth and stand your ground and find that balance, right? There's about finding that balance. When is the time you really need to speak up? You really need to defend yourself, defend your point, or let your truth be known. Or maybe sometimes it's like, well, who cares, right? Whatever. And this is also for some Libras, this is about relationships as well. This is about, because your polar opposite, Aries, is ruling your 7th house of partnership, whether it is romantic, business, or so on and so forth. And Jupiter is sitting right there, right? So this is about how you relate to your partner, people you work with, or your partner, right? Whether you're single or you're in a relationship, right? How do you relate to them? There's time, maybe perhaps for some, this is about you pursuing a relationship. If you really want that person, well, then this is the time to speak your truth, to bring things in balance, right? To let your truth be known. I like you, I want you, go for it, right? Or maybe perhaps this is the time when you say, you know what, it's not working. I think this is the time we either try to work things out, or this is the time to say goodbye. Or if you're in a relationship, can we work things out? Can we bring things back into balance, right? This can also be business partnership, right? And then in the Oracle card, we have the bloom, creation, realize, right time, harvest, celebrate. What a beautiful card to have. This new moon is really signifying bringing in a new cycle for you for the next 6 months until we have full moon in Libra 6 months later. So perhaps this is really you starting something new, whether this is a relationship, creative project idea, a business, and so on and so forth, or just something for yourself. And perhaps you are going to celebrate something, your success, a happy relationship, or so on and so forth, or you're about to. Oh my God, I'm just so excited just looking at your card and doing your reading. I have this surge of energy coming up, so oh my God, I'm so happy for you. And please let me know. I would love to hear from you down in the comments below if you like to. So I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Virgos, how are you all doing? So if you are watching this as a Virgo rising, this Libra new moon is happening in your 2nd house, which is about the relationship that you have with your money, This is also your self-worth, self-value. This can also talk about your personal skills that you have to make money as well. So, and your value. Yeah, I said that. Okay. All right, let's see what is your new moon message. Alright, Virgo, let's look at your message. I love this for you, Virgos. Your tarot card, 5 of Wands. And we have the Emperor, Major Arcana. And one more Major Arcana, the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. Oh my god. I'm just so happy just looking at the cards for you, Virgo. I feel like, yes, it's been a struggle. It's been not the easiest journey, right? Especially regarding to, I feel like, for some, this is regarding to your work, your career path, what you do to make money. For some, this is about you totally rediscovering yourself, knowing yourself, dive deeper to really know yourself, your self-worth, and to just love yourself and know that this is me, I love me, and I don't care if everybody loves me, I love me, and that's all that matters. And whew, I'm getting like a little emotional as well, but okay, if it resonates, know that I love you. I'm sending so much love to you. So this is about you have been on this journey on maybe perhaps really discovering what you really love and who you are, right? And maybe perhaps if it's regarding to work, career path, perhaps you're not really enjoying what you're doing, you're questioning about it, maybe perhaps you have something else you want to do, you're questioning if this is right for you, if this is what you're meant to do. And I feel like over the past perhaps 6 months or this whole year, you have been questioning, thinking, pondering about that. Maybe you're learning a new skills. Maybe you are a business owner and you're trying to rework your existing business or creative project that you want to do, or this is you changing totally to a new career path, and that's what you have been doing since perhaps 2022 begins, or for some maybe it might be longer, and you're finally knowing what is it that you want to do. Perhaps this is a total 180 change. Perhaps this is reviving, like changing up or showing up in a new light, right? And this is you letting it know now, right? Ready to debut it, ready to just like own it, even if it's not like letting the world know. This is about you letting yourself know, you owning it. You are the emperor, right? Perhaps this is your self-discovery journey, and now you're like, I love me, I love being me, and I don't give a F about whoever, anyone else think of me. I love me, and I'm going to shine my light. If you don't like it, well, get a sunnies, get a sunglasses, right? So I love this for you. Own that light. I'm so happy for you if you are seeing this newness coming in for you in any area of your life. But from this, I'm looking, I feel like this is a career related, job related, but this is about you, right? You're finding yourself, you're being yourself, you're owning yourself. So yes, I'm so happy. Alright, your oracle card, Rose Without Thorns. You have a right to your joy, peace, sweetness of light. Oh my god, this just comes so hand in hand. This is your time, Virgo, right? Take a moment, see how far you have come. Put all the struggles, learning, pain behind you for a moment and just celebrate yourself, right? Dive into this sweetness of life for a little bit. Perhaps for some, this is a need to take a break, to rest, rejuvenate, and so on and so forth. And if you are waiting to like debut something, to like show people I revamp my business, or you know, you're showing up in a new light, or so on and so forth. And I'm not surprised, because Mercury is retrograding back into your sign, and perhaps you are doing some rearranging and you're not ready to really tell everybody yet. And take your time, do that later. I suggest sometime later. If you're in a rush, of course we can't let cosmo energy to dictate everything and stop our life for them, right? But perhaps wait, at least if you can, wait until Mercury stations direct on October 2nd. But we're still in this post-shadow energy. If you're not in a rush, and I know sometimes you also need more time to, you know, just make sure. I'll wait till 2 weeks later. So maybe perhaps mid-October, and this is the time when you can just like show up, right? Hope this message helps. Feel free to give me a comment below, and I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Leos, how are you all doing? So if you are watching this as a Leo rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 3rd house, which is about communication. This is about your mental activity, the way you think and communicate. This is also about your siblings. This is also about your immediate environment, your day-to-day things that you do on a daily basis, short distance travel. This can also talk about your presence on social media. So let's see, what is your new moon message? Alright Leos, let's look at your message. From the tarot deck, we have 9 of Swords. We have Page of Pentacles, and we have Ace of Wands. Your energy, fire energy. Alright, so what I'm getting here is perhaps you have been, something is up in your mind and it's really, you know, giving you a stress, a strain on your mental energy. Perhaps this is about a relationship that you have in your life. And when I say relationship, yes, it can be romantic, but somehow I feel this is more of a family, sibling relationship. But any relationship, feel like maybe perhaps there's some misunderstanding, miscommunication, so on and so forth, and it's been bothering you. Perhaps you guys are not really talking. You might, maybe a conflict happened, tension happened, and the both of you are kind of like not really dealing with it right now, and it's stressful because deep down you have a beautiful, big, gorgeous heart that just loves people that you care about. And I feel like I don't know if how's the situation is right now, but I also feel like whatever is bothering you, whether this is what I said, a relationship with anyone, or perhaps this is something external that happened that's really bothering you, right? For everyone's human story is different. For some, this is definitely a relationship thing. For some, I feel like this is something else, right? That's just really bothering you. But at the same time, somehow, it's also allowing you to go within, to look deeper within yourself. because you are like, oh wow, so this is happening, this is how I'm feeling from what's happening. So this provides you an opportunity to actually look deeper within to know yourself better. Perhaps this is bringing up, for some, trauma that you're still healing from, past pain experience that you're healing from. This actually goes in a deeper layer to really help you to understand yourself better, and perhaps even help you to learn about yourself and heal something that's within you, a deeper layer. And even those, sometimes in life something yucky happened that caused us stress and like bring in some new moment in our life, but it also help us in a different way. It bring in a new light, and now perhaps it help you heal something that you've been trying to cover or you've been trying to avoid it. And I feel like this whatever not so good thing that happened in your life actually bring you closer to yourself, loving yourself more, and coming back to the relationship that you have with yourself. And you are actually learning a lot also during this time. And the oracle card I have with you also resonates. This card is the sacred union, beloved within, inner and outer relationships, right? We always kind of immediately think about external relationship when we think about this, but then also we need to remember that actually it comes back to ourselves. The most important relationship that anyone should have is the one with themselves. When you can fully embrace yourself, when you have a healthy relationship with yourself, loving relationship with yourself, you can also learn to embrace others better, love others better, and create healthier, more harmonious, balanced relationships in your life as well. So this message is more about your self-growth, I believe, right? So perhaps this new moon in Libra is bringing that in for you. Hope this message helps. Feel free to comment below, and I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Cancers, how are you all doing? If you are a Cancer rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 4th house, which is about your home life, your family, people that you feel like family with, and this is also about your ancestry, your root. So let's see, what is your new moon message? Alright Cancers, let's look at your message. From the tarot deck we have 5 of Wands, we have 8 of Pentacles, and we have the Fool. So I'm getting a couple different messages here. The first message I see is something regarding to more of a, a more 3D physical work related message, right? I feel like this is about you really have been putting in a lot of work and trying to do your best in your career, in your home life. Perhaps some of you recently purchased a new home, or thinking about wanting to purchase a new home, and you have been working your butt off to make that happen, right? Maybe this is for some, this is about you wanting to buy a home, so you are putting in a lot of work, maybe perhaps like working extra hard, maybe taking on a part-time hustle to save up more, or to see what kind of, I'm not an expert in that. Perhaps you're seeking out financial advice from different places to see how this can work out for you. And for some, maybe you already got a new home recently, and that's why you're finding yourself needing to save, maybe going out less, spending less in order to save up more, to provide for your home, right? To pay your mortgage, and so on and so forth. And I feel like you finally and it has been like a struggle, right? It has been a push and pull for you. Perhaps for some, you're questioning if this is the right decision. Did I make a wrong choice by doing this? Am I like shooting myself on the feet by getting this new place or wanting to do this, and so on and so forth? And the card is telling you that look deeper, right? Don't just look at what's really, of course, you need to know what's happening right now, but don't just okay, I don't mean it in any bad way. Don't be so short-sighted in a way, right? Don't limit yourself with only what you can see that's happening right now, right? Perhaps some of you are like, oh my god, like what am I doing? Why am I doing all this when I can just like rent a place and have a more flexible spending, go on vacation, blah 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 blah, do all these things that I want to do in life, right? And perhaps for some you're like, oh my god, now I have to have this mortgage for the next 10 years. I'm like, oh my god, I feel like trapped, right? And this is telling you to look deeper, to look further, right? Yeah, you got a home, but it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world, right? You can sell it anytime if you want to, and perhaps even make an earning out of it, right? Maybe perhaps you can sell it what more than you got it for, and you make a living, you make an earning out of it, and do whatever you want with the money, right? You can always change your mind. Don't feel like once you commit to something, that's it, that's the end of it, there's no more going back. Oh my god, what did I get myself into? No. Don't need to think like that. It's always flexible. You can always change, right? Even though you have this home, it doesn't mean the end of the world. You can still go on holiday. You can still make things happen. You can still do the things you want to do. Yes, perhaps maybe there need to be some adjustment. Maybe perhaps you want to go on multiple trips a year, but now you can only choose the place you really want to go and go once or twice a year. Or perhaps you, instead of like multiple international trips, you're making one international trip and a couple of domestic trips, and that's okay. Road trips are fun, right? And perhaps you can also be more concise with where you're going. Now you can really pick somewhere you want to go. Buy something you really want to buy instead of blindly spending. Maybe you did that before, right? So try to be not so limiting in the way you see what's happening, right? This is about you stepping out, looking into the unknown, right? Looking in all possibilities. It doesn't mean that you can't change. Like I said before, if you got a home, you can sell it. And you can even make money from it, right? So don't feel like, oh my god, right? And perhaps this is not related to, wanting to buy a home and so on and so forth. This is a general message of the way of thinking, right? Perhaps you feel like what you have right now, you're questioning it, you feel like it's doomed, it's done, you can't change. But whatever it is, whether it is a job, a relationship, a situation, you don't have to, I'm not saying, be like non-committal and like bail out shit and don't give up, right? No. I'm just saying that you have choices. You can always make a change. You don't have to feel like it's do or die, right? So look deeper. Look for all possibilities instead of narrow-minded tunnel vision and just look at one possibility and think that's it, right? This is regarding to any area of your life if this house thing doesn't resonate. But this is what I'm trying to say. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And for the oracle card, you have Sub Rosa, hidden in plain sight, mystery, learning and teaching. So on point, right? This is about you looking deeper beyond what you think is possible. This whole reading is asking you to, it's hard for you, I know, Cancer, step out of your comfort zone, right? Step out of that shell and see all possibility instead of the possibilities that you think that is available to you, right? So look at the bigger picture, take risks, right? So I hope this message helped. Feel free to give me a comment below, and I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Geminis, how are you all doing? If you're watching this as a Gemini rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 5th house. Things you do for fun, things that brings you joy, things you're passionate about, right? This is something you love to do. This can be your inner child, exactly. And this can also be about your children if you have any. So and this can also be dating and romance. So let's see what is your new moon message. Alright Geminis, let's look at your message. Okay, I don't mean this in a bad way, but the message I'm getting is a little bit all over the place from looking at your card, Geminis. And I think because, come on, sometimes it's just more than one message, so I'm like getting a few different messages from you. Anyway, let's get through it. From the tarot deck, we have 5 of Swords, we have the Moon, and we have the Queen of Cups. So there's a couple different messages I'm getting here, right? And the first message, it will only resonate if you have kids, right? I feel like maybe you are a parent, and there's recently your kid is driving you nuts recently, and you're like, oh my god, I'm like pulling my hair out, I need help, I need support, what am I doing, like, and then suddenly you're like, you know, and it feels helpless sometimes. Okay, sorry, this is not funny, I shouldn't laugh. And just remember, there's no user manual to be a parent. There's no user manual how to be the best parent in the world, how to be the right parent for my kid. And please don't ever blame yourself. And for some, this might even go another layer deeper. This is bringing you back to your moments when you experience those childhood trauma, those past hurt your family might have brought you, when you feel like you're not held, loved, understood by your family. And I am sending you so much love if this resonates, and just know that don't let those past hurt traumas you've been through to create pressure and unrealistic expectation that you have on yourself on being a parent. And just know that you are constantly trying your best, doing your best, and that's enough, right? There's only so much one can do, and sometimes it is out of your hand, and guess what, when they grow up, it's totally out of your hand. So this is about you knowing that yes, there are moments of meltdown, there are moments that I just don't know what the F is happening, and it's fine. It is also important for you to take care of yourself and seek help. There's no shame in seeking help in your partner, your friends, your family, communities, whatsoever, right? So sending you lots of love. Another message I'm getting, this is about you. I feel like there's something you want to do, and you always have lots of ideas in your head. creative project you want to do, a new thing you want to do, or new thing you want to learn, or something you want to start, and there's so many ideas coming into your head because Mars is in Gemini, and actually this is a blessing and a curse because you are already always constantly busy thinking, doing many things, thinking many things, and now Mars is there energizing, right? A good thing is perhaps you're really opening up to even more ideas, right? Things you want to do, but it can backfire and create anxiety and overwhelm your system and your nervous system. You might have breakdown. You might find yourself having meltdown easier, right? And don't know what to do because you have 10 million thoughts going on in your mind. This is you wanting to do something, way too many things, and you don't know what is the best. Which one should you do? What should you choose? This can be creative ideas, projects you have in mind, right? If you are a business owner, ideas, right? This can be you having so much things going on in your job situation and you don't know which one to attend to. Please take care of yourself, take care of your mental energy and your emotional health, right? Otherwise it's just going to drive you nuts, to be honest. And Mars is going to be in your house for the next 7 months until March. So this is only the beginning of it and you're already like right? So take care of yourself, seek help, take breaks, and you don't have to do everything right away. There's so much to do all the time. Break them down. Really take time to process everything and every thought. Are they rubbish? Are they just like mindless thinking, or are they actually something you need more time to that's worth your strength and effort to investigate, right? So having the discernment to know that you do not have to attend to every single thought that comes up in your mind, and also needing to take care of your emotional health because these can create anxiety and backfire your emotion health as well. So do take care. And lastly, we have your oracle card, health, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. Sometimes you might think you're alone, no one truly understands you, no one can help you out. But how do you know if you don't try to ask for help from others or explain it to others, right? And know that even though it feels like you're one person against the world, the universe, the Mother Earth, and everything, your guides are always behind you, supporting you, even though you cannot see them sometimes. Hope this message helps, and I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Taurus, how are you all doing? If you are watching this as a Taurus rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 6th house, which is about your daily life. This can be about your daily routines, rituals that you have in your life. This is about your work. This is about your health. This can also sometimes talks about self-improvement, right? Things that you do to improve yourself on a daily basis, that you attend, or services that you provide for others or yourself. So let's see what is your new moon message. Alright Taurus, let's look at your message. Damn Taurus, 3 major arcana. What is happening? Tell me. From the tarot deck we have the Tower, we have the Star, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Whoa. Okay, I'm getting a very strong message for some of you. This is about you really not been taking care of yourself to the best. And it resonates because it's happening on your 6th house. It's happening in your 6th house, and we also have Uranus and Taurus for these few years, so you're really in the grind, right? I feel like you perhaps some of you have been some of you realize that the way you live, your daily routine is no longer serving you. It's not sustainable, and it's very Taurus, not sustainable, this word. Anyway, so perhaps you find yourself overworking, stressing, not taking care of yourself, and it creates a tower moment in your health. Perhaps because of the way you're living, the way you are eating or working is no longer sustainable. So sometimes the universe brings in a tower moment to let you know that, well, you're still not doing anything, let me help you. So maybe perhaps recently, or you're I don't want to say you're about to, but perhaps. So, well, now you know you can do something about it to avoid this tower moment. So maybe for some this already happened, right? An issue happened in life, right? Perhaps that really make you have to readjust and look at what is happening with your life, a particular area, and I strongly feel this is health related or work related, right? It's no longer sustainable. Maybe you got really sick and realized that, wow, I really overworked too much. I'm not paying attention to my health. I can't work like this anymore, or I can't eat like this, live like this, or something that maybe you're always out drinking, partying, and you finally realize that, oh wow, this is doing a damage in my health. It's no longer serving me. It's not sustainable. I need to do something about it, and this is good. Awareness is all we need is the first step of creating changes that we need and want in our life, right? So you are realizing it, right? That happened, and you're realizing it that you need to do something about it. Perhaps you need to go and adjust your daily routine, right? Maybe nip up a bad habit, for example, just like I said, maybe drinking, maybe partying, maybe overworking, maybe whatever it is, right? You know what's everyone's human story is different, so you know what needs to be done, and you know there needs some healing, right? Perhaps this is about you adopting a new daily routine, work-life balance, detox, going to rehab, going to take a break, take a holiday, quit your job, change your job, right? And once you do that, it's going to bring in a new direction, a new feeling, right? Things are going to turn in your favor. Your health is improving, or your mental health, your emotional health, or whatever. You will see improvement. So this is a beautiful reading, actually, right? This is you realizing, if this is not health related, this is you realizing something is no longer working sustainable in your life. And that's great, and you're going to do what needs to be done in order to improve things, to change things around. So that is great. The oracle card you have, the wastelands, sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Exactly. This is about you coming back to yourself, taking care of yourself, tending your own garden, right? For some, this is strongly about your health, your work-life balance, mental, emotional health, right? For some, well, I don't know, share with me, then I'll know. Feel free to comment below. I hope this message helped, and I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Aries, how are you all doing? If you're watching this as an Aries rising, this new moon is happening in your 7th house, which is all about your partnerships. Partnership as in romantic partnership and business partnership. Sometimes it talks about your enemies too. So let's see what is your new moon message. Okay, Aries, let's look at your message. From the tarot deck, we have the Hermit, Ace of Swords, and the Magician. Beautiful card here, Aries. So I'm getting couple different messages here, right? So I feel like this is you have been quiet than usual, and yeah, quiet and Aries doesn't come hand in hand sometimes, right? Just kidding. I feel like recently you have been going within a little bit more to contemplate about something that's happening in your life. Again, couple different messages. For some, this is regarding to a relationship in your life, and perhaps this is really about your partnership, romantic or business, right? This is you contemplating what does it mean to you, what does that relationship mean to you, what do you want, what is it that you truly need. Perhaps you are questioning, right? You're having doubts, you're thinking about, do I want to stay in this relationship? Do I still want this relationship? Perhaps your needs or wants are not being met, or perhaps they have changed, right? And that's why you're like, oh, okay, I need some time to really process everything that I'm feeling, thinking, sensing, so that I can make whatever decision that I need to make. And when it comes to partnership, right, it's never sunshine and rainbow all the time. There are times when you have challenges you have to face, whether it is business or romantic, and there are conflicts, tensions that you need to tend to, and so those will let us realize what is it that we truly want. Sometimes you can both align and work things out. That's great, and this can bring even the relationship into the next level, even better. But sometimes this is about, well, what do you want and need then? If you can't work things out, then maybe perhaps this is about you doing what's best for you, right? So I see that for some people, this is about you really going within and thinking, what is it that you want in a business partnership, right? If the both of you no longer align, you want to do different things, then maybe perhaps you're better off starting your own new thing, or maybe perhaps you guys can work together and make some decision. And if this is romantic, this is about what do you want, right? If you're in an existing relationship and there's only so much you can do, you don't feel aligned, you don't feel the love anymore, well then what's the point of staying in this relationship? Or is it something you can work out, right? And another message is about what you want in your life in general. I feel like this is about the relationship you have with yourself. I feel like things been happening for the past few months, and it gives you time to, or perhaps you need time to go within and contemplate of what is it that you like, that you want up until this point, right? Maybe you feel like there's a need to regroup, rethink, and before you take the next step. Perhaps this is about you about to start a new chapter in life, new journey. Perhaps this is about you taking that time, right? Really contemplate how far you have come and acknowledging that, right? Perhaps first is really acknowledge how far you have come, how much you have grown, and what more you want in life and how to do that, right? So for some, maybe this is about you owning your own truth, going within, see what is true to you, what is it that you want to do next, right? And this is, for some, this is embarking on a new journey, doing something new for yourself. Perhaps this is you embarking on a self-discovery journey, right? Or this is about you pursuing something new, maybe a career change, maybe a new relationship, moving to a new place. I just have this really strong feeling of next chapter, or perhaps this is a next milestone in the existing partnership or work or life in general, right? From the Oracle card, we have the return, a new story, you decide, alignment is coming together. Wow, this really resonates with what I just said, right? This is you acknowledging how far you have come, giving yourself a pat on the shoulder. You did great. And now you're kind of like taking stock of what's been happening, what's happening right now for you, and trying to decide what aligns with you in the next chapter. Maybe perhaps there needs to be some sorting and sifting to see, okay, perhaps this no longer serves me. Time to let it go. Well, I want to do this. This align with me. I'm taking that. And then you can be that magician and set sail on what's next for you. Right? You have everything within you. Know that. And this is about you deciding what you want to bring with in the next chapter of your life, right? I hope this message helped. Feel free to give me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Pisces, how are you all doing? If you're watching this as a Pisces rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 8th house, which is about sex and intimacy. This is also about your own transformation. This is about regenerations. Maybe sometimes this is about you letting go of things and transforming yourself. This can also be others, people, resource, and money as well. So let's see what is your new moon message. Okay, Pisces, let's look at your message. From the tarot deck, we have 8 of Swords. We have another 8 of Pentacles. And we have the Moon. It's so funny because Pisces rising, this is happening in your 8th house, and we have 2 8 cards, right? And also just now I told you what 8th house is about. I forgot to let you know that this is also about your shared resource and finances, if you have any, right? So I strongly feel like there's a transformation happening in your life right now. This is regarding to any area of your life. You know, you can have a transformation in your finance, in your career, your love life, friendship, family dynamic, life direction in general, right? And I feel like it hasn't been the easiest journey, right? And everyone is different in their human story, in their journey, right? Some of you, I feel like that transformation is about to begin, and you can feel it, right? You're Pisces, you can sense and feel everything that we cannot see. And because you can feel, it drives you nuts sometimes. You're like, can I shut this down? I'm feeling too much. It's too much for me. I don't want it. That's okay. It's frustrating, right? Sometimes it's just too much. But sometimes, sometimes it's a gift, sometimes it's a curse. I understand that. And just learn how to work with this energy and balance this out. This will feel different for everyone. Just know that. And it's been not the easiest, like I mentioned, because sometimes this can create stress in your life, especially mental and emotional stress, and this will really make you feel like you need 10 times more strength to just do daily things, right? And it's hard. Not everyone understands that. and know that it is okay. Just try your best. You're trying your best with the way you know best. So give yourself some credit, and now that you know, you can do something about it, right? Perhaps something in life is really stressing you out. You need to change, but at the same time, you're also resisting that change. So there's this really push and pull energy that's happening. And why is that happening? Is because you don't know what's going to happen on the other side of it. And we can't know. Sometimes we just simply cannot know. We just have to do it and find out what happened, right? And yeah, it's a very irresponsible thing to say, but sometimes that's just life. Sometimes you can't keep yourself stuck on the thinking stage, right? Should I do this? Should I do that? I know I have to do that, but I don't want to do that because it requires so much of me, and I don't know what's going to happen, if the result that I want will happen, so on and so forth. So I'm like trying to push it, delay it, but delay no more, Pisces. What needs to happen needs to happen now, whether you like it or not. If you're still in that stage of resisting, it's okay. Just know that the universe knows, and they will give you a certain amount of time to do what you have to do. And when you can't do it, the universe will help you by bringing in a tower moment and just help you do it, right? So don't see it as a threat. And I know sometimes it's like an ecstasy feeling for myself, right? It's like I want it, but I'm scared to want it, right? Because you don't know if it's really going to happen for you, right? So if you feel like a particular area in your life, or just in life general, a transformation needs to happen, or a change needs to happen, let it happen. Do it, because if you don't do it, the universe is going to do it for you. And know that everything you want sometimes is on the other side of fear, self-doubt, self-limiting beliefs, right? So I feel like this is a time where you really just need to strut and let it happen, whatever it is. And I have a good feeling about it, so go for it. Be brave. I'm right there with you. The oracle card you have is Release the Petals. Transformation, death and rebirth, shredding, or change. I mean, what else do I need to say? I didn't pick this card. This card fell out for you. Actually, the oracle card took a long time to come out, and this is the only card that came out for you. And it resonates with what I just say. So I don't know what else to say, Pisces. And just know that you're not alone. Okay? I'm right there with you every step on the way. And I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Aquarius, how are you all doing? If you're watching this as an Aquarius rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 9th house, which is about long distance travel, higher education, philosophy, beliefs, religious beliefs, spiritual belief. This is also about publishing, and this can also talk about law sometimes. So let's see what is your new moon message. Okay, Aquarius, let's look at your message. From the tarot, from the tarot we have 4 of Cups with Page of Wands, and we have the Empress. Beautiful. So Aquarius, okay, I am sugarcoating, and I have my moon in Aquarius, so I know the energy a little bit myself too. And this is all coming from love, right? Sometimes we don't want to face the truth, especially our own emotions and how we truly feel, want, need, and so on and so forth. We can get detached. We can ignore it. We can not talk about it. It's hard for us to express sometimes. The touchy-feely emotion is like for us sometimes, and we just want to like not talk about it. But yet you know you need to, and you want to deep down. Maybe sometimes it's just about finding the right person to talk to, using the right way to express it, finding what works for you, right? And this reading is about, I feel like, maybe a certain area in your life or just within yourself, something is missing, right? Perhaps you're feeling frustrated with life just in general. You don't know what the F to do. You don't know how to communicate that, perhaps, right? Maybe there is something you want and you're scared to admit it, and we do that sometime as a human. Sometimes we're scared to admit that I want love, I want to move to a different place, I want to change my career, I want to do this for myself, I want something, right? And sometimes it's scary to admit that because we are scared of how people will think and judge us. And just remember, this is your life. Every second you let it pass, this can be a waste, or this can be something that you really do something about it. Sometimes it's just a matter of seconds to make that decision and change that can be life-changing for ourselves, right? Oh guys, suddenly this goes really deep. Anyway, but this is what I'm trying to say. If there's any part of you that you feel like the needs are not being met, what you truly want, you're scared, this is telling you it's time to really just get the F out of your mind, right? It's really the time to just really own it, right? If you want to change, well, be the change, create the change for yourself. What are you doing, right? And don't be scared, own it, and be curious to see how that feeling is playing out for you. Maybe you don't know what is it that you want to do yet, and you are in that searching stage, right? And you can't pinpoint it. For some, you know what already you want to do. There's changes you want to do, and there are dreams you want to pursue, and there are things you want to do and change in life. And maybe you're just lacking that courage to really push through, to take the inspired action to do it. Well, this is your confirmation to stop delaying it and start doing it, because when you know what to do and you're not doing it, the universe will, of course, give you nudges, give you signs that perhaps maybe the direction you should head towards, you need to head towards, the changes you need to implement. And to a certain point, if it's still not happening, the universe wants to help you out, right? Bring in a tower moment to just make you do it once and for all. And sometimes it's nice, sometimes not so nice. So you decide, right? And if you don't know yet, be curious. Be that little curious child and see what ignites you, what excites you, what set your soul on fire, right? And be that empress, right? The empress knows she has everything within herself to pursue whatever, to do everything that she wants to do for herself in life. And you also, Aquarius, have everything you need to do what is it that you want for your life. And this is your life. Live it for yourself, no one else. Yes, be selfish. Yeah, be selfish. Sometimes we need to be selfish and do what's best for us. Of course, I'm not asking you to do, like go steal or kill somebody, but ask yourself, if you feel a certain level of dissatisfaction, unhappy, or whatever that's bothering you, be curious and see why and what can you do about it, and take the action to start doing it, right? One step at a time, but keep pushing forward. You are the Empress. You can do it. Trust yourself, right? Your Oracle card, the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching. Inner quest. So for some, this is about, maybe this has been bothering you for a long time already. And this Oracle card is telling you that before the universe bring in that Tower moment to just make you do it yourself now. You know what to do. So stop beating around the bushes and start taking actions. And for some, this is when you're still unsure, this is about you needing to go inward, be curious and see what is it that you truly want to do, what kind of changes you want in your life. Be curious, ask yourself, go within, find your answers, and start taking inspired action towards those directions and answers that you want. I hope this message helps. Feel free to comment below and let me know. And I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Oh Capricorns, how are you all doing? If you're watching this as a Capricorn rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 10th house, which is about your vocational power. This is about your career, your status, sometimes this is about your purpose and mission in life as well. So let's see what is your new moon message. Alright Capricorn, let's look at your message. From the tarot deck, we have 8 of Pentacles. We have Death. And we have Ace of Cups. So I'm getting 2 separate message here for you Capricorns. One, this is definitely regarding to your career, your work and job, like career related message, right? This is about you working your ass off. You have been working, I don't know if I can say it's about you've been putting in a lot of work, effort, hard work in what you do, your career, right? You're working your butt off and you are ambitious Capricorn, and this is something that we all admire, like Capricorns. Like you have that oomph, that drive to just constantly push more, right? To get to where you want to go, and this is admirable, right? And I feel like you have been working really hard in your career, or if you have your own business or so on and so forth in your career in general, and you have reached, or you already reached, or you're reaching your breaking point, right? Maybe something really is just not working. Maybe you're not having a work-life balance that you want. Maybe you sacrifice a lot in order to get the job done, right? Maybe you are not having the healthiest relationship with your work environment and people you work with, and this is killing you inside. This is for some, this can create bad habits, right? Maybe you turn to drinking, partying, emotional eating, or spending, or indulging too much. Like you seek different outlets to help you to deal with that stress with work, right? And sometimes this is some unhealthy choices that you turn to, and you are seeing that, right? You are seeing what is it doing to you. And I feel like this new moon is really bringing in that awareness for you to come back to yourself, to look at what is happening and do something about it. Is coming back to tend to yourself, refill your cup. Maybe you really need to take a break, go on a vacation, rest, rejuvenate, recharge yourself, fill your cup again. Maybe this is about, you know what, I'm done with this job is just taking the life out of me, and I no longer want to do this anymore. I'm changing job, I'm quitting, or I'm voicing out to my boss or colleagues so that we can do some changes about it, right? Or this is you just like working with your own business, and it's just, you know what, I have to admit it's not working. Time to just quit, make a change, restart, and maybe you need a revamp or whatever it is, right? It's about you recognizing something is not healthy in your life, and you finally admitting that and want to do something about that, right? So the second message I have is a similar energy message, but this is not about work situation. This is about yourself, right? I feel like this is a personal transformation or internal transformation that is happening for you. This is about maybe perhaps recently, or this has been going on for quite some time already. You have been thinking about something internally. Perhaps you discover something new about yourself. Maybe this is about you feeling that there's something more to life and you want to explore that. And this is you embarking in a self-discovery journey. Perhaps you're already doing that, you are about to do that. I just feel there's this transformation happening within you for yourself as well, if it's not job related. And this is about you really embracing and letting it happen, really feeling your emotion, attending to your emotional needs, and just having a new, like turning a new leaf, like transforming into a new version of you, right? Whether you are about to do that or you're already like doing that, and this new moon is you really just letting it out and just showing up in the new version of yourself, right? So the oracle card I have for you is release the petal, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, or change. So this is also resonating with what I just said. Perhaps this is about you really like letting it go, right? Releasing the petal, letting the old version of yourself go once and for all, embarking on this new journey. Or for some, this is you're at the end of that journey, you're releasing that last petal and show up in the new version of you, debuting that new you to the world, right? And for some, this is about the transformation that needs to happen in your life, the first message that I just talked about, right? Hope this message helped. Feel free to give me a comment below and let me know. And I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Sagittarius, how are you all doing? If you're watching this as a Sag rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 11th house, which is about your friends, the circles, communities that you belong to. And this is also about your goals and aspiration as well. So let's see, what is your new moon message? Alright Sag, let's look at your message. From the tarot deck, we have 3 of Swords, we have the Hermit, and we have Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Yes, I said beautiful even though there's a 3 of Swords. So hear me out. So I see a couple different messages here. For some, this is about relationships, right? I feel like it hasn't been easy in relationship sectors for you. Maybe perhaps there were past hurts, heartbreaks, experiences that you have to overcome, that you have to heal from, but nonetheless, they brought so much, memories, experience for you, and you learned so much about it. And I feel like the past, since 2022, or perhaps longer, you have been healing from all these past relationships, traumas, hurts, lessons, whatnot. And you have been learning more about yourself. You have been learning more about relationships, right? What do you want? What do you need and desire? Attending to those. And what kind of a lover are you, right? How can you be the lover that the other person might need? And it boils down to the relationship with yourself, right? It is when you can truly love yourself, be yourself, embrace yourself, when you're in a healthy, loving relationship with yourself. This is when you then know what you truly want in a relationship and go after it, and know what's right for you, what works for you, and what doesn't. And this is about you also, after knowing that, how you can also embrace and love another person as well, right? To welcome that new possibilities, relationship that you want, that wants to come in for you as well. So this is beautiful. I feel like perhaps this new moon in Libra is going to bring in something new for you in relationship, right? And this is also about, if this does not resonate, this can be that energy in your friendship, in the communities that you belong, and even in things you do in life, right? Sometimes we have to go through trials and errors to know what works, what doesn't work. Just like this energy of this new moon, right? Sometimes we need to be brave and we need to take risk. And yes, sometimes it pays off. It's such good thing, and good things happen for us. And sometimes, yes, we fail miserably even, right? And it hurts and it brings us pain. But it brings us experience and lessons, so that next time we're not building from scratch, we're building from experiences, right? We know better. So there's nothing wrong with that, right? Sometimes it doesn't, like Rome doesn't build overnight, right? So that is the same energy that's playing out. And everyone's human story is different. This can be about relationship. This can be about your career, your work, your creative, your goal, your own business, creative project that you're doing. And this is about you finding that spark again. And I feel like this new moon in Libra is going to bring in that spark back into your life, right? You have been in hermit mode, learning, reflecting, and knowing what to do, and now this new moon comes in, is going to bring in that spark to perhaps for you to ignite, begin, initiate, start something, or perhaps for some this is that new thing coming into your life. So from the oracle card we have the second bloom, a second chance. It's never too late, new possibilities. So I don't know, perhaps for some people this is about a second chance in something. This is perhaps a relationship coming back, reconciliation. This can also be about friends, right? Perhaps you have a fallout with your friends, you went separate ways, you didn't talk, but you both grow and evolve, and now this friendship is coming back into your life and having a second life, right? And maybe for some this is a relationship. And this can also be about new, bringing in the new, right? Now that you have learned from the past, you grow, you evolve, you know better what is it that you want. then you can bring in all these new possibilities that's happening for you. Beautiful message, Sag. I feel that I hope it helps. Feel free to give me a comment below, and I am wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hello Scorpios, how are you all doing? If you're watching this as a Scorpio rising, this new moon in Libra is happening in your 12th house. This is about your spiritual life, your subconscious mind, your dreams, things you can't see. This is what's happening within here and beyond, right? This is also can sometimes relate to your self-sabotaging behaviors. So let's see what is your new moon message. Alright Scorpios, let's look at your message. From the tarot deck we have the Devil. We have 8 of Wands. And we have 10 of Cups. Beautiful, yes. Beautiful even if the Devil card is here. So let's hear me out why I said this is beautiful. Yes, Scorpios, I know this energy well. I'm a Scorpio sun. Sometimes we do let our self-sabotaging behavior get the best out of us, right? So this is definitely about, for some of you, this is about how you know that sometimes your self-sabotaging behaviors, limiting beliefs, maybe for some this is imposter syndrome, so on and so forth, that really get in the way of the life that you want for yourself. The things that you want for yourself. This can be about your career. This can be about what you want to do in life in general, right? Everything. This is about sometimes you let that get the best out of you and not to pursue the dream job, not to pursue the relationship, not to pursue what is it that you truly want and desire that in life, right? So this can be anything. Everyone human story is different, but I feel like, and this is happening in your 12th house, so you know within, and if you don't know, don't worry. I feel like this is what's happening with this new moon is bringing in new insights, right? This information for you, and perhaps while we have this 6 planets retrograde this whole September, or for some maybe even longer, right? But it really helps you to realize that, to attend to this problem, and know that it's not linear. This journey is not linear. This might resurface again and again in future, but right now you do realize that, you know that, and it's affecting maybe perhaps some area in your life, and that's good, that's great, because self-awareness is the first step of taking making the change that you want in life. So this is about you going within, really see what is it that you want in life, and how you sometimes let your own mind or emotions or self-sabotaging behavior to get the best out of you and stop you from getting what is it, or achieving, going after what is it that you truly want in life. And ask yourself, well then, what is it that you want? Why am I doing this? Is it because of some past trauma, pain, experience that I'm still healing from? Or is it me not trusting myself enough, not loving myself enough, not thinking that I am enough, right? So be curious and see how this energy plays out for you. And for some, this is you worrying too much. If this involves other people in life, this is you wondering how other people might see, judge, think of you. And guess what? They don't matter. This is your life. You matter. So ask yourself, what makes you happy, right? What truly brings you joy? What do you truly want and need in life? What is happiness? What does happiness means to you? don't let yourself get in the way. And I feel like perhaps you're getting signs, synchronicity, or messages, nudges from around you or within you. That's internal revelation that is really hitting you. Know that it is time for you to just trust yourself a little more and care about others a little less, and just really go after what is it that you truly love and want in life. Because whether you believe in past lives or not, whether if you believe that we have will incarnate and there's like next life, doesn't matter what your belief is. All matter is right now you're living this life. So what is it that you want? Attend to those needs and wants and go after them. Stop getting in your own way. And I'm saying this with love, and I'm saying this to myself too, because I do resonate with this energy from time to time. So the oracle card we have for you is Sophia. Divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within destiny. You know within you that what you truly want and desire in life, and you know you're Scorpio, you're psychic, you know. So trust yourself. And sometimes, well, we can't know everything, right? Sometimes the universe knows best and they know everything. And if you feel that little nudges or pull, follow it, right? Maybe perhaps you're trying to avoid it, and maybe perhaps this is time to go within and see what comes up for you, right? I hope this message helped. Feel free to drop me a comment below to let me know, and I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Hi everyone, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking this video out. I hope the message helps, that you enjoy the astrology or the meditation or the all signs reading. Feel free to drop a comment below and let me know, and so that I can improve. And also, if you want to schedule any private tarot reading, any astrology reading to know your own natal chart better, to know how all this transit affect your own natal chart personally, or if you want to schedule an Akashic record reading or a Reiki energy healing session, I do provide that. So feel free to contact me. My email is below. My IG is below as well. Check it out. You can DM me over there and ask questions, learn more about my offerings. And I'm wishing you all a happy new moon in Libra. Many blessings to you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.